Our next guest has teamed up with charities Drink Aware and Andy's Man Club this Mental Health Awareness Week to raise awareness on alcoholism. An issue that over half of middle-aged men, that is 58, a staggering 58%, admit to being a using alcohol as a coping mechanism, with 1 in 5 finding it difficult to open up without an alcoholic drink. Joining us now for more on this is former Sheffield United man, broadcasting legend, Chris Kamara. Cammy, good morning, my old son.
Good morning, Chris.
Hi, Steve. How are you?
We're in top form, mate. It's brilliant to see you. You're looking in great form.
And you too.
Smashing. Thanks for joining us. Now,
Hi, Gabby.
You all right, mate?
Let's be serious about this, Cammy. You've got yourself involved in this campaign, which is marvellous. Tell us how you got yourself involved and tell us about the campaign, mate.
Well, first way I got involved is Drink Aware got in touch just to say it's not about stopping you drinking totally. It's about coping while you're drinking. It's about limiting your drinking. You know, if you fill in an online survey, Koisty or Gabby, you know you're going to be over the limit to the amount of units. That's okay if it's not affecting your mental health or your home life or your work life or whatever. If you're coping well, it's fine. If you're not coping well and it's causing you a problem, then you have to limit your drinking. There's no doubt about it. But Drink Aware isn't about stopping your drinking. And I'm working alongside Andy's Man Club. Basically, that was Andy Roberts, who took his own life, aged 23 in 2016, and nobody knew he was having a problem, none of his family or his friends. So his memory lives on in the charity, hoping to save people going down the same road.
Cammy, I've got to say, mate, I knew it would be reasonably high, but that figure has actually staggered me. I mean, to suggest that 58% of men admit to using alcohol as a coping mechanism, with 1 in 5 finding it difficult to open up without an alcoholic drink, they're not good statistics, mate.
No, not at all. And, the suicide rate is the biggest killer of men. Take away all the illnesses that you could possibly have. That's what's been happening. So we need to try and stop this as much as we can. And the way to do it is get people to talk about what's going on in their head, talk about their mental problems, talk about their physical problems. I was the worst in the world, Koisty. I wouldn't say to anyone if I was struggling whatsoever. You grew up in a football world where if you said you were having a struggle mentally, your teammates would laugh at you straight away.
Yeah.
Come on, what's the matter with you? Get on with it. And I was one of those as well. So it's not until you have the mental health condition that you realize what people are going through, the thoughts in your head, and you go down a road that's narrow, and it keeps getting narrower and narrower, and you think there is no way out. And I got to the end of that before I actually talked to a therapist, and the day I talked to him was the day I started to get better. And now I'm poacher turned gamekeeper. or the other way around, I should say. Whereas I'm now preaching to everyone saying, look, if you've got a problem with your mental health, speak to someone. I've had so much help from everybody, people I didn't know, from football fans, from family, from friends who all rally behind you, whereas you think you're on your own and you're got nobody to tell about your problems. You feel you're letting people down. I felt I would be a burden to my family, and I just kept thinking, right, I don't want to be around to be a burden. My wife looking after me with dementia or Alzheimer's, and then speaking to people and then finding out what my condition was rather than Googling what I thought it was the way out, and I found out I had apraxia of speech, dyspraxia, which affects my balance and everything. And then once you accept your condition, then you start to get better.
Well, let me tell you something, Cammy, and I'm speaking for everybody at talkSPORT. We love you, mate, and it's just brilliant to hear you and see what you're doing to put so much back in and be behind this campaign. It's just absolutely wonderful, mate. And I feel as though I'm going in the wrong direction, but I want to change it. I do want to change it a little bit, and I want to ask you about Sheffield United. It might seem, well, it is trivial, excuse me, in the grand scheme of things with what we've been discussing there. But I want to ask you about Sheffield United. It looks as though they've got the job done in the opening game against Bristol City. Do you think they'll, in a lot of people's eyes, deservedly go up?
I don't know yet. Obviously, it looks like the tie is sorted, but you know what football's like. Even though it's a 3-0 lead, I can say, Koisty, Gabby, and I'm not patting myself on the back. When I was manager of Bradford, we were 2-0 down in the League One playoffs to go to the Championship. 2-0 down. Big Sam was the manager of Blackpool, and they came to Valley Parade and won 2-0. And it had never been done that a team 2-0 down in the League One had gone to through to the final, and we won 3-0 in 90 minutes at Blackpool. So anything is possible, you know. It looks, you know, very difficult for Bristol, but you never know. When you look at the point system in the table, you would think Sheffield United deserve to be promoted. But, you know, that Sam Allardyce's Blackpool finished 17 points ahead of Bradford, and we ended up getting promoted. So anything's possible.
Absolutely, mate. Listen,
amazing,
Cammy, you keep up the good work, pal.
Thank you,
Lots of love. Look after yourself.
For having
and you're
me
doing a fantastic job, mate.
Where is he, Stelling? Where is he?
He's having a couple of weeks off, pal. He'll be back in. I'm due to speak to him, so tell him you're asking after him, pal. How's that sound?
All right. He's in Portugal sunning himself then.
Well, Superboc. He likes that Portugal, a wee Superboc, Cammy, doesn't he?
He certainly does.
Thank you, Cammy.
You take care, mate. Lots of love. We'll see you soon, pal. All the best.
Bye.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.